EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant Moreland. We've all seen this man at some point on the internet. His infamous style of speaking and the various memes that have stemmed from his comedic antics have earned him the name we all used to know and love, until we found out the truth. The terrible, dark truth that was uncovered. His humorous nature, his incredibly funny ways in which his honesty poured out, the ways in which he provided laughter and amusement for his millions of subscribers, until we discovered what type of monster existed underneath. The dark truth behind someone who seemed like the last person on earth to do the things he did, the things he said. Let's dive deeper into the truth about EDP445. Let's start from the beginning. Bryant Terman Emerson Moreland, EDP445. Millions have enjoyed his content simply because he was one of the last YouTubers on the platform who truly didn't care what he said or did. This careless nature has been what has garnered him his fame from the very beginning on June 13th, 2010. For almost 12 years, Bryant Moreland has been creating content for all of you to simply throw it all away over something so completely preventable. Something completely and totally horribly immoral and disgusting, disgracing the fan base he built. The sad truth is that EDP445 had built himself such a great life. Just look at some of the statistics regarding EDP's success. From January to May of 2020, his channel gained over 1 million subscribers just within the span of those months. He had everything he could have ever wanted. He had such a positive and supportive fan base who stuck by him through everything, controversy and all. He had the money he needed to be well off in his life, living in Bakersfield, California, owning more weapons and firearms that were estimated to cost tens of thousands of dollars, driving 2 cars and living in a nice house. Materialistically, he had it all. Financially, he had it all. Popularity speaking, he had it all. Until one event changed his life forever. As EDP was known for his humorous antics, he was also known for the controversy that surrounded his name and his actions. Throughout 2020, EDP445 was accused various times of talking to minors inappropriately and doing things of the likes. Many girls came forward to a YouTuber named Cold Raven about these various encounters and interactions with EDP, and that's when Cold Raven took action and created a decoy account to bait EDP into talking to him. EDP talked about it in a live stream where he discussed how he fell for it.
Decided to make a load of fake accounts pretending to be fucking girls, and like I fell for it. You know what I mean? And now everybody's all, up on this fucking, you know what I mean?
As this occurred and many people began to try and bring it to his attention, the mysteriousness of EDP was beginning to show. He would initially do things such as end his live stream when people would bring it up to him, as well as disable comments so no one could bring it up. One live stream from a group of commentary YouTubers proved his mysterious actions.
So the next reaction EDP had was simply just shutting off his live stream after a donation asked him to address the situation.
Stop ignoring the Peter allegations that were thrown at you. Either own up to the mistakes or prove you're innocent, because we're waiting for your side.
Oh! He just ended the stream!
Now, EDP felt as though his actions were excused, and so he made a response to his actions.
You sit back, you feel me, and you have 15, 16, and 17-year-old fucking girls dressing up fucking provocatively, you know what I mean? Dresses and skirts rammed up their little, you know what I mean? Spilling out their fucking shirts and shit, walking around acting like they're big, bad, tough motherfuckers. They have a hidden agenda. They're over here trying to get motherfuckers like myself caught the fuck up, trying to sit back and set motherfuckers up and shit. When you sit back and you have virtually a grown motherfucking woman, I don't give a fuck how old they may be. When you sit back and you have a grown motherfucking woman who's fully functioning, who can sit back, pick up a phone, text a motherfucker, that can sit back, shower themselves, put on these motherfucking outfits and seek attention and but all of a sudden, when it's the attention that they don't want, all of a sudden they want to be on this motherfucker. Oh, I'm gonna be a little and I'm gonna play victim. That's not called being a.
So not only did he take his actions and place the blame on others, but when his video received so many dislikes, he created a new response video explaining how he believed all of the accounts were just simply internet trolls, and he felt there was a need to mess with them back.
I get catfished all the time. I get with me all the time, and in return, I'm like, you know what? It might as well have some fun back and put him back. You know what I mean?
Now, Cold Raven uploaded a video where he showcased the things EDP had said, and clearly it wasn't just trolling. At this point, people began to know that there was something up about EDP445, that he wasn't the man that he claimed to be, that he wasn't the guy that everyone truly knew.
So what is this, man? Come on, ED445. I thought you said you're not a pedo, right? Okay, so why'd you text 5 underage girls? Why'd you fall for this decoy account? Why'd you fall for it? That's you, right? Let's click on your name. Oh, you have me blocked. Why do you have me blocked, ED pedo? Why do you have me blocked? This is you, right? That's your username, that's your face, right? But you want to cry and complain when people call you a pedo, right?
Well, all of these accusations had finally been proven true when, on April 18th of 2021, there was no denying what he did. All of the information came out, and EDP445 was now revealed to be a monster. EDP445 had been catfished by a group of people who seek to catch predators such as EDP445 and bring them to justice, whether that be the police or whether it is getting them help that they need. As EDP arrived at this Bakersfield, California motel to quote-unquote get a cupcake, it had all been revealed what type of person EDP truly was. DM after DM was read on their livestream, and EDP was revealed to truly be a monster. After this whole situation occurred, though, many have been wondering, where is EDP now? In the weeks following, EDP had lost over 200,000 subscribers and ultimately lost the last 10 years of work as YouTube deleted his account. Every hour, every minute he had put into building his career was completely and totally finished. YouTube had decided that he did not deserve a name anymore, and ultimately, EDP445 had been slowly kicked off of every site within the following months. With EDP's cancellation evident, his determination in trying to rebuild what he lost was drastic. He first decided to create a website known as EDP445.com, where he would continue uploading his style of videos for his fan base. But after complications with his website developer, it never came to be. Next up was his attempt to restart his career on a website called 3Speak. When he was ultimately banned off of there, his realization that he could no longer be what he was finally hitting him.
Y'all, what the cracking with him? It's your boy, Eat That 445, motherfucker, in the building. I just want to tell you guys straight up, man, all my loyal supporters, loyal followers, you know what I mean? People who've been, checking up on me, man, making sure I'm still good and shit like that, even though you can't message me on Instagram. I turned that bull off. I just want to say thank you so much, man, and because of you guys, I'm going to continue to keep pushing out videos. The Eat That movement will continue, you know what I mean? Link in my bio will be where you guys can find my channel, 3speak.tv. If you type in 3speak.tv, search up EDP445, that's where you can find me. I'm still trying to figure out how to work the entire site. I'm not going to make people pay to subscribe to the channel. Again, it's different from YouTube, so work with me.
Ultimately, after he was exposed for his actions and kicked off of the internet, EDP445 moved out of Bakersfield, California to Henderson, Nevada, where he tried to get whatever job he was capable of getting. But now, with this knowledge of his actions publicly known, he wasn't getting very far. After getting a job driving for Lyft, as well as Uber Eats and Grubhub, in October of 2021, he was fired from his job after people on TikTok caught wind of his new life that he was trying to start, and they ultimately exposed him for who he truly was.
Bro went from wanting cupcakes to driving for Lyft.
As he was coming to terms with the fact that he wasn't able to get a job anywhere without people catching up with him, and ultimately getting him fired, it was revealed via the Clark County Court that Bryant Moreland applied for a name change. It isn't much of a surprise due to his life being in utter shambles. Not only was he being fired from various jobs, but he was evicted from his apartment complex after the landlord was receiving numerous complaints about EDP445 being a danger to others. As EDP445 has nowhere else to turn in his life, he's been fired from every job he's had, he's been evicted from his apartments and has nowhere else to stay. Now people have been making his life very difficult. He has nowhere else to stay, so he has to simply be living out of a suitcase at different hotels. But even then, he's not safe from the people who are trying to make his life a living hell. One YouTuber by the name of MattSimon818 made a video around 2 months ago documenting himself going into one of these various hotels and getting EDP445 kicked out.
We are right here in front of the Railroad Pass Hotel, Henderson, Nevada. And we're gonna walk inside and we're gonna raise hell to get this file the f*** out of here.
Ultimately, the only thing that can be seen for EDP is either jail time or homelessness. Considering the fact that he has no income, no place to stay, with everyone out to get him, the only place this man can go is down from here. Prison was not fully out of the question for EDP445 when a former friend of his known as Felipe on YouTube made a video talking about the fact that EDP445 has now been arrested. Within the video, he doesn't really provide substantial evidence in discussing EDP's arrest other than his own story, as well as 4 no-caller ID calls.
From what I can recall, for word, it said, you have an inmate call. It said, this is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center, which there is one. So there is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center, right? Inmate Brian Moreland, would you like to receive the call, right? And I was like, I think I hung up right then and there. And then it called again a minute later. The same thing, this is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center, inmate Brian Moreland, would you like to receive the call? And I said yes. I mean, I kind of like froze up in that moment. And I was just curious, like, man, what did he do? Obviously you guys know the whole thing, but I was like, man, what do you do? Like, what's going on? So I said yes, waited for like a few seconds, and then looked at my phone and it hung up.
EDP445 was a YouTuber who built himself such a career and had everything going for him in his life. Cars, money, fame, everything he wanted. But all this was simply lost after his terrible decision. To think he could ever recover? That's for you to decide. Thanks for watching.